Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another episode of On the Range Podcast's Vantage Point. I'm your host, Mark Kelley. Wherever you are, thank you for making this part of your day. We are so thankful that you spend time with us here in the OTR universe. Make sure you check out warhog.com and kelleydefense.com. Check out our industry partners pages. Also, check out our training calendars. 2023 is ramping up. You don't want to miss out on the training if you're looking for it from either Rick and I or our collabs. So make sure you get on those calendars and you pick one and you jump on it when you can. They fill up quick. We hate to turn people away, but range capacity is what it is. So make sure that you pick something that you can make it if you're really looking to come to one of our trainings and sign up and do it as quick as possible. We'll keep you updated with the emails. So make sure you sign up for the email lists, subscribe to newsletters, and make sure that you go on there and check out the OTR training on demand. Today's episode of the Vantage Point is brought to you by the Firearms Training Notebook. Be 1% better every day. The Firearms Training Notebook from Warhog Tactical and Kelley Defense. It's been out for a few months now. If you missed the holiday sale, the 20% off sale, don't worry. We have some more flash sales coming out. We're also looking to put the Firearms Training Notebook in retail stores, so we'll keep you abreast of all of that. Rick is out at the SHOT Show this week, working very hard. He's got some stuff going on, great stuff going on with Aim Point. So Wednesday, he's going to be at the Aim Point booth signing books. They're also giving away some awesome gifts from Aim Point, Cobalt Kinetics, supporters of the show. Make sure you check it out. I'm sure he's going to bring back some footage from the SHOT Show, and that's going to be great. If you go to the Pantheon or a Patreon page, OTR Patreon page, patreon.com/On the Range Podcast, you'll be able to see that vlog that Rick's going to put together. It's going to be awesome. He always does a good job. The vlogs we do are pretty good. You get access to those if you go and become a member of the OTR Patreon page. Also, law enforcement. There's a special tier for law enforcement, special pricing. All you got to do is just give us some proof. We're not going to ask anything top secret. Let us know that you're an active LEO. You get the full access package plus exclusive law enforcement content. Now, I wanted to do a show today. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day, the observance of the holiday dedicated to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. In my opinion, a great American. Now, no one's perfect. No one's perfect. Very influential in this country. The I had a dream or I have a dream speech. Iconic. Arguably one of the greatest speeches in our country's history. I'll argue that all day. But what I want to talk about today, and this is courtesy of the Daily Wire, $10 million wasted. Family of Coretta Scott King has a crude comparison for the Martin Luther King statue. Now, if you haven't heard this was erected in Boston. It was erected in Boston, and I'm not here to make fun of it. I want all of our national monuments representing Americans who've done great things for this country or attempted to do great things for this country. I want their monuments to be awesome. So I'm going to read a little bit of this, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. If you haven't seen it, if you're listening to the audio side of the house, make sure you go and check us out on all of our venues, all the social media, YouTube, Roku TV, Fire TV, Vimeo. Or you can go to dailywire.com. I'm a member. I love the Daily Wire. But anyway, according to the family members of Coretta Scott King, the wife of the civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr., despises a new monument unveiled last week in Boston to honor him. A 22-foot-tall bronze statue dubbed The Embrace was meant to capture a hug Dr. King shared with his wife after he won the 1964 Nobel Peace Prize, CBS News reported. That's an iconic photo. I'm sure many of you especially if you're close to my age, you've seen that photo, iconic. And this statue was to capture that embrace. Let me continue with the Daily Wire. It cost $10 million and was designated by Hank Willis Thomas, a Massachusetts design group, the report said, and is located in the Freedom Plaza of the Boston Common. Quote, the Main Street media was reporting on it like it was all beautiful because they were told they had to say that. Seneca Scott, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Seneca Scott, Coretta's cousin, told the New York Post. But then when it came out, a little boy pointed at it and said, I'm not going to finish the word. I don't want to get banned. But the P word referencing the male genitalia. And everybody was like, whoa, that's a big old D word, man. They're not happy. And I'm going to show you some other photos from other angles. And the family member continued, Coretta Scott's family member, if you had to show the statue to anyone in the hood, they'd have been like, no, absolutely not. He continued, according to the Post, $10 million were wasted to create a masturbatory metal homage to my legendary family members, one of the all-time great American families. The woke algorithm is just broke, he continued. I don't know what else to tell you. If you went through all of that and that's what you came up with, something is wrong. Now, I have to agree with him on that. Now, you can look at this statue. And the route they went was an abstract one. But if you look at the statue, the hands, the coloring, the execution of those things is really done well. I think what the problem with the execution of this is the choices. Like he said, nobody else took a look at that and said, hey, man, we need to make some changes. What's wrong with going with just a statue? A statue of the embrace. You can use the same iconic image. Why does everything have to be abstract? The Martin Luther King Jr. monument in D.C. is a beautiful statue. Enormous. One of my favorites since it's been up. One of my favorite new ones, for sure. I don't understand. I think, I hope this artist and this company isn't destroyed over this by any means. But I have to say, like the choices that they made, going with the abstract, I knew exactly what they were talking about and what it was supposed to be when it was unveiled. And I couldn't see it. Let me pull up some other images here from Twitter. And I did see a remark. On Twitter when someone said, hey, it's just like a meme or a joke. If you have to explain it, it's a miss. This is a miss. I got some other photos, several different angles. You can see when we're talking about what people are confused about. And from the aerial view as well, it's not a flattering look, folks. It's just not. And I'm not happy about it. I'm not here to bang on these guys. I'm not happy about it. I cannot believe that there was nobody, even the folks who commissioned it, that there was nobody that looked at this thing and said, hey, man, and walked around it. Even there had to be some kind of some proof sent to someone. Hey, this is what we're thinking. Can you imagine the person in Boston who commissioned this and was in charge of this outside of the artistry? Just whatever aide or member of the community. I don't get it. And when they unveiled it, their family was right. It was just like a collective sigh. on Channel 7 in Boston. There's like a collective sigh. People they just couldn't believe it. And if you were standing on one side of this, you'd be like, what the heck is it? Anyway, like I said, I hope everybody's going to be okay in this, but I don't think it's going anywhere. $10 million, it's going to be around for a while, but I just think it's a big miss, and I'm not happy about it. I don't think it's funny. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. From any other angle than directly in front of it, it is completely abstract. You have no idea what it is if you didn't know what they were trying to depict. And it's just a big, big miss. And I feel bad. I feel bad for the family. I feel bad for Boston. But yeah, you got to run this by some folks before you roll that bad boy out. It took a while to make that thing too. Nobody in that entire process said, hey, I'm not digging it. Maybe we should look at something else. Nobody. Anyway, if you've seen this monument, tell me what you think. I'm not happy about it. Big fan of the I Have a Dream speech. Like I said, arguably one of the best speeches I've ever read or heard. I didn't hear it. Recordings, of course, I wasn't alive. But yeah, big time miss. Tell me what you think, guys. Tell me what you think about this take. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you like it. I'd love to hear about it. Leave us a comment below. Make sure you go to all the social media, all the platforms that you consume this podcast. Hit the like, subscribe. Leave us a 5-star rating if you think we deserve it. Leave us an eggplant. That's a big one on the audio side of the house. Whatever you can do to help us beat this algorithm. But go to warhog.com, kellydefense.com. Make sure you check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/On the Range podcast. Again, this episode brought to you by the Firearms Training Notebook, 1% better every day, available on Amazon. Go check it out. Also, if you've already purchased it, make sure you leave us a comment and a rating and tell us how you are progressing in your firearms training journey. Make sure you go out there and have a great day, guys and gals. And again, thank you for joining us in the OTR universe. Have a great day, guys.